Hello and welcome to another video for Minus Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today, well, we're looking at something that is incredibly old. They are very rare, or it is very rare, especially in this condition, and very, very difficult to find and hugely collectible these days. We are looking at the 1968 release by Louis Marx Toys from their Moon Grabber series of electronic vehicles. Now there was 3 in the series to collect, and this particular one we're looking at today is of the Lunar Probe. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in, and you can see at the top of the box it says Hill Climbing Moon Grabber by Marx, 4-wheel drive, battery operated. And at the front of the box, it's got battery operated Moon Grabber by Marx. And at the bottom there, you can see all 3 vehicles in this particular series. And the one we're looking at today is obviously of the Lunar Probe, which is the one in the middle at the bottom there. And you can see it in a little bit more detail at the top of the box. So that is the Lunar Probe, which is the one that's got the antenna on the front and the grabber arm at the back. And there's the other one, that one there, which is the space tracker, and then you've got the other one at the front. I can't remember what that one was called, but those are the 3 vehicles in the series. If I just turn the box round to the end, it's got Hill Climbing Moon Grabber by Marx, and you've got the Marx logo, and it's patent pending. And what does that say? Let's just zoom into that writing at the very bottom. And it's got Louis Marx and Company, MCML XV3, which is 1968. And it's got contents made in Hong Kong. Okay. And if we just turn the box round to the other end, yeah, so we got pretty much the same on the other end. Hill Climbing Moon Grabber by Marx, Marx Toys, and the same detailing at the bottom there. Louis Marx and Company, 1968, and patent pending, contents made in Hong Kong. Now, if we turn the box to the back, let's have a look at the back, because we've got the instructions on the back here. So, on the back here, it says battery operated Moon Grabber by Marx, and it says 4-wheel drive, forward, so you turn the lever to the left to go forward, off is in the middle, and reverse is to the right. It says instructions to insert batteries, follow the diagram as shown, use C-size dry cell batteries, batteries not included, and it says we'll climb up a 30-degree incline, and you see the 2 batteries going just here. Now whether it will climb up an incline, on the bottom of the box says nothing on the bottom of the box. Whether it will still climb up an incline after 57 years, who knows. So let's open the box, let's have a look at the model itself, and let's put it to the test and see if it still functions. Okay, so I've removed the lid on the box. I just want to show you this because I want you to see that all the inner packaging is still present in this box. So it doesn't look like it's had very much use at all. There is the antenna. It has discoloured a little bit with age. As you can see, the silverness is started to fade. But it was only obviously cheap plastic that was used back in the day. Let's take the side panels out, and then we can lift out the vehicle. There we go. So that's the vehicle out of the box. Let's just move the box out of the way, and there we have the model in front of us. And I'm just going to stick the antenna into the hole at the front there, and that's the antenna. Okay, so the arm, the grabbing arm, it goes up and down, moves backwards and forwards, goes down to the floor, and can grab it. It tucks to the side, which is why it's angled slightly to the side, but you can straighten that out. It's only a little flexible arm, if you like, and you can stand it however you like. Fold it up, put it back, which is usually how it parks itself, just here. Okay, on the front of the model, it's got here, let's just zoom in on this so we can see it nice and clearly. And again, it's got copyright 1968, Louis Marx and Co ink, and it's got patent penned in there. You can just about see that. You've got the 6321 number on the side there, and you've got the NASA logo on the back. If we turn the model to the front, again you've got the 6321 marking, and you've got the Moon Scout and the US flag. And on the other side, again, you've got 6321 at the front, and you've got the NASA sticker at the back, and 6321 at the bottom, and FSR, whatever that's, oh yeah, forward, stop, and reverse. So that's what the that means at the back there. Okay, underneath, what can we see underneath? So we've got Made in Hong Kong, and you've got the Louis Marx logo at the bottom there, and obviously screws which are holding the motor together. Now, I have actually inserted batteries into this particular model, and I'll show you how we did that. So it just lifts up the front there, and in goes the two batteries. And I've put two batteries in there, which are the what size are they? This, what they used to call the C size, of 1.5 volt batteries. So two of those have gone in. And I haven't tested it yet, although I just knocked the on switch and we did hear something happen. So, but before I do that, I just want to get some measurements. So, lengthwise, if we measure from the front of the plastic body to the back of the rear of the plastic body, we're looking at about 18.5 centimeters. If we measure from the tip of the antenna to the back of the arm, we're looking at 21 centimeters. Height-wise, if we measure from the bottom of the wheel to the top of the body, we're looking at 11 centimeters. And if we go a little bit higher to the top of the antenna, we're looking at 12 centimeters. And if we measure across the widest point, which is going to be across the wheels, we're looking at 9 centimeters. If you can just see that. Let's just zoom out a little bit so you can see that a little bit more clearly. So across the wheels, we're looking at well, it's maybe about 8 centimeters, I would say there. Yeah, 8.5 centimeters at max, I would say. 8.5 centimeters. So that's the width of the model. Okay, now the proof of the pudding's in the eating. Oh, you can see that it's got the rockets on the side there, still covered by the perspex, and the barrels on the side as well. The antenna, as we looked at, and the arm we've already looked at. So let's switch the model onto forward movement and let's see what happens. Oh, okay, so it does function. Okay, not particularly well though. It's stop function. It's probably going to need, because it's quite old, it's probably going to need a little bit. Oh, there we go. We're going backwards now, and then we're going forward. So it's going to need a little bit of TLC because of the age of it, and obviously the motor, it probably hasn't been run in God knows how long, but you can see that it is working. Let's lift it up. So it looks like that it's got to be moving. It's got to have the body on the floor for it to move. Let's move it backwards. So backwards works a little bit better. It probably needs a little bit of. It seems to be a little bit of slippage on the motor there, maybe on the gears. It probably needs a little bit of lubrication, I would say. But you can see that the motor is working. And for a toy that is 57 years old, for the motor to still be working and for this to be in the condition it's in is absolutely outstanding, I think. I think most people that collect these items, they probably wouldn't even run them these days, although it would be wise to put a little bit of electrical cleaner on them from time to time to keep the motor moist, because they did have a tendency to get clogged up with dust back in the day, and the electrical cleaner does tend to sort that out quite nicely. It clears out all the dust and lubricates the motor, and it starts to work again. Now, I haven't put any on this particular model because when I put the batteries in, I could hear the motor starting to churn, so I didn't bother to put any spray in, but it might benefit from a little bit of electrical spray to make it run a little bit more efficiently. Okay, so that is the model, the Lunar Probe from the Marx Moon Grabber series of electronic battery operated 4x4 vehicles, and obviously they're all themed for space or moon exploration or interplanetary exploration. So how well did they do back in the day? Well, back in the day, these were, Marx Toys was very, very big back in the 1960s. It was a company that produced a lot of toys, tin plate toys, electric toys, or battery operated toys, I should say. There was a lot of toys being produced by Marx, and it was a very, very big company, and very, very popular merchandise was coming out of there, and being sold right across the country to children. So yes, as with anything that Marx produced back in the 60s, it sold exceptionally well. I mean, they did all sorts of things: Daleks, motorway sets, all sorts of different toys. Louis Marx was responsible for, even down to bagatelles, card games, all sorts of things that they did. It was, as I say, it was a very, very big company producing a lot of toys. Maybe it was our version of Hasbro, if you like, but it was certainly a very big company in the 60s, and they were producing a lot of different merchandise, and they sold pretty much untold quantities of their toys that they produced. I don't know the numbers on these particular models. Now, being that they were battery operated, electronic, they would have been expensive at the time. So I don't know what the cost was back in 1968, and I don't know how many was produced or sold, but I can tell you that it is a remarkable model and looks absolutely amazing. Even though the motor is very noisy, it does still function. So a really, really good item. And I suspect back in the 1960s, anyone that saw this in a toy store would have wanted it. Any kid would have wanted it. It would have just been one of those toys that would have attracted you. Moon exploration was very big at the time, and yeah, toys all relating to moon was very popular with the kids. So there we are. Okay, let's move forward 57 years to 2024, almost 2025, which is where we are today. Do these come up very often on the platforms? Well, you occasionally see some of these models on the platforms. Not very often, and they are in various different states of condition. I did have a look on the platforms to see if I could see this particular model, and I couldn't see this particular model. I did see one of the other ones, but it was missing some of the pieces, and it did say untested. And you usually know that if it says untested on the platform, you know it's not working. So they've tried it and they haven't been able to get it work. So they put it down as untested. So you're buying an item that is untested in their sales pitch, even though you might as well say I'm buying an item that doesn't work. So, and also be very careful on the platforms, because if you are thinking of buying an item off a platform, just make sure you look at the actual item. If it's a used item, click the use button, because a lot of them use stock photographs, and what you think you are ordering according to the picture and the description on the home page may be something completely different to what you're actually ordering, because if it's used item, it will be the cheapest used item that sells first, if you click on the buy it now button. Anyway, that's the platforms. They're all the same. Just be careful if you do insist on buying on the platform. Alternatively, you can come to us at Midas Touch Toys Games Collectibles, where what you see on our website is exactly the items that you are going to get. We do not use stock photographs, and most of our items nowadays come complete with videos which you can access on and view the item before you actually buy it. This particular item we're looking at today, this video will be available with this item on the website, and you can access it at any point. And now, unfortunately, with this particular one, we only have the one, because it is very, very rare and very, very difficult to find, especially in this full working condition. But it is available on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, or you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Marx items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful vintage Marx Moon grabber with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.